Oh, Jesus.
Lime pasta.
That's me.
It is I, God.
Really?
Yes, God.
God. God is the floating torso of Karl Marx.
Yes, that'll teach you to support the libertarian tickets, you capitalist pig.
Yeah, I'm not buying it.
You're not. What? I am literally the floating torso of the father of communism that came through an interdimensional portal. What more proof do you need?
Hey man, since I started the Line Pasta show, I've encountered an exploding cult that worships Jean-Claude Van Damme, a screaming alarm clock, a sentient DS game, and an unfunny dead meme that's super picky about my content. You're just par for the course, dude.
Okay, you got me. I'm not God.
Clearly.
Shut up. I have come to talk to you about the Lime Pasta Show.
Oh. That.
You haven't uploaded a single video since New Year's! I mean, my God, man, you dropped out of college and you're living with your parents. You have more time than ever to work on the show. What are you doing with your life? I mean, look at your sideburns. When's the last time you've trimmed them?
Hey man, my sideburns are my only unique part of my image.
My sideburns is part of my image. As if anyone has even seen that image in the past 6 months.
Alright, look. I haven't worked on the Line Pasta show since January because I have no motivation. I don't know what I'm doing with my life, okay? Is that a good enough explanation for you?
Have you worked on anything?
If I show you what I've worked on, will you stop antagonizing me about my life choices?
Maybe.
Just get the hell over here so you can get the hell out of my house.
It's not your house.
Smartass.
As I mentioned in my Motunui online game review, a good chunk of my childhood was spent in San Antonio, Texas. And I'll tell you what there is abundance of in San Antonio is basketball! Here, there, everywhere, basketball! The San Antonio Spurs are a huge staple of the city. And why wouldn't they be? They're a fantastic team. Look at Ginobili pass that ball between his legs. Look at it! Growing up, basketball was always on in my house. And I'm still a huge Spurs fan to this day. I've even had the pleasure of going to a few Spurs games live, one of which was versus the LA Lakers when the Spurs-Lakers rivalry was in its heyday. I even still have my Malik Rose jersey. So when it was announced that one of my childhood heroes, Tim Duncan, was retiring this past summer, I felt the need to review a basketball game. So when I discovered there was a basketball game for the Sega Genesis with famous San Antonio Center and decorated military Admiral David Robinson sponsoring it, I went out and got myself a Sega Genesis.
Now, for the most part, I've kind of avoided sports games. If you want to play a sport, just go outside. It's right out there. But seeing as how I dropped $40 on this Genesis and this game, well, I guess I'm kind of obligated to play it. So I guess I'm gonna break my golden rule right now. So let's dive right in, shall we?
So you start off on the screen with an announcer named Gil Godfrey. Well, it looks like someone had Aladdin playing in the background while they were developing this game.
Some people say to me, Gilbert, why you doing basketball?
I'm gonna stop this now. Okay, so let's go ahead and hit start. And holy crap, so many options! Guys, you ever heard of submenus before? Okay, let's just start with exhibition. Wait. What are these teams? The LA Sunset? The New York Liberty Spikes? The Chicago Blowy Clouds? The Detroits? The government is changing things again. Come on! You got David Robinson's name on this game, but you can't even play as San Antonio? Fine, whatever. I'll play as Chicago, but only because they share the same time zone. Okay, gotta pick the players now. Okay, so here on screen they show some stats. Alright, fine. I want to play as David. Show me David. Where is David? Or Vinny Del Negro, or Willie Anderson, or Avery Johnson, or anybody. I'll play as Dennis freaking Rodman if that means playing as someone who has played for the Spurs at one point. I've hit a new low on this show if I actually want to play as Dennis Rodman. Are there seriously no real players in this game either? What is this? Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, yeah, That would explain a few things.
So apparently this game isn't licensed by the NBA. So not only can they not get any actual team names, but the only person who they could get that had a signed NBA contract was David Robinson himself. Okay, fine. I'll pick from these hooligans. You got characters like Sky High Harris, Bullseye Bond, Muggsy Malone, Airman Jones, and Slow Moses? Slow Moses? What kind of a name is that? You have all these positive nicknames and you call this guy Slow Moses. Poor guy, he's just trying to play basketball a bit. Can you imagine if one of the characteristics from the Bible Moses was that he was slow?
Hey, Moses, baby! What's happening?
What is it, Elijah? I'm a little busy right now.
Well, okay, you know what? I really appreciate you, parting this body of water and all, but maybe could you speed up the process a bit? I mean, seriously, it's like 5 minutes before the Egyptians figure out that you can just go around the pillar of fire.
Wait a minute. Somebody go get me a tape measure.
Oh, well, excuse me. Here, all I'm doing is, trying to pile a body of water or something. This shit doesn't happen overnight. Pillar of fire did. Maybe if you were a little bit more patient, you would have a little bit more faith. What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, not this crap
Not
again!
careful, you might end up worshipping a golden cow.
It's a stupid idea!
Anyways, we've got our team selected and we gotta go for the toss-up. Ah, crap, I missed. Oh, God. Oh, God! Oh, God, that transition! Why do they have to do a fade transition like that? The game has an isometric perspective, so the game has to fade between sections of the court. Maybe if I turn the fade off, it would be a little bit better.
Oh! Oh god, that was jarring. That was really jarring. I can't see anything. Where's the light? Where's the camera? What day is it? Who is the president?
Why on earth did they make the court isometric? They've proven that they can move the camera perfectly fine, so why didn't they just program it on a flat surface? They wouldn't have to shift to make me disoriented every freaking turnover. Were they afraid of being too much like NBA Jam? This mechanic is stupid, but that's not the only one. So I selected my team carefully, but I honestly can't tell who I'm passing to. Looking at them in post, I can tell the differences between the sprites when it's paused. But while playing, there's too much happening at too fast of speed. This wouldn't be such a problem if I could control who I'm passing to, or if they were labeled. The only button to pass is the B button. So every player has differences, but you don't know who you're passing to until it's too late. Also, defense is complete crap. I can't play defense because every time I need to do it, it gets crowded and I can't get the timing right. So I end up getting a bunch of BS fouls. In fact, sometimes certain fouls just happen for no reason. Jesus Christ, is Joey Crawford the referee? So basically, what I have to do is find an opening, get in the paint, press A, and pray.
Okay, so literally the only thing I was able to pick up about any of these characters is that there's one really overpowered character named Bullseye Bond. And let's see, who's he based off of? Let's see, he's really tall, he hits all his three-pointers, he's impossible to block on. Gee, out of all the players in NBA history, I wonder who it can... It's Michael Jordan. It's Michael Jordan. They're not even trying to hide it. Literally, Bullseye Bond is Michael Jordan. What do you do?
Okay, so if I can be sure to get Bullseye Jordan on my team, somehow figure out how to pass to him, and just shoot three-pointers the whole game, I'm golden. So let's see if we can try to beat tournament mode. I don't know how I did it, but somehow I was able to beat tournament mode. Exploitation of broken mechanics will get you far in life! Wait, what's happening?
David Robinson wants to play me in basketball! Bring it on, Army Man!
Oh god! Oh god, this is hard! This is more difficult than actual basketball! And with actual basketball, I need to use real physical exertion! Help! I need help! Somebody get me out! Ah! Okay, so after 12 attempts, I finally beat the Admiral and the... Stars.
Oh my god, I wonder what's gonna happen! Am I gonna unlock the San Antonio Stars? Am I gonna play as David Robinson? Am I gonna get a special game on or I can't wait No special game mode? No nothing? Just a pat on the back? I'm not even angry or sad. I'm just disappointed.
David Robinson's Supreme Court is a game without substance. It includes all the tropes of bad sports games without any of the tropes of good sports games. You have decent, if stilted controls, nonsensical foul rules, and an atrocious way to divide up a court. But if there was something to be taken away from this game that is positive, it would definitely be the graphics and the sound design. The graphics are actually very nice and colorful, and that sound is spot on. You really do feel like you're in a basketball court, which is really hard to pull off on a 16-bit sound card. But for all that effort, the reward in the end is not enough to keep you going, and there is not enough substance to enjoy the game as it is.
And that's why I give David Robinson's Supreme Court a... Pick it up if you already have a Genesis. It's like 99 cents at your local retro game store. Out of 10. Yeah, that works. And that is what I've worked on in the past 6 months.
This was the Sega Genesis game that you've been teasing that you were going to review for the past 9 months.
Not intentionally.
Come with me.
No! Where am I? What?
You shall now have a trial before the Interdimensional Council of Content Creation.
Okay, we've proven that extra-dimensional travel exists. That's been much to take in for the old line pasta. Wait a minute, no, it's not a crime to lose interest in something.
It is in this dimension.
Yeah, but I don't live in this dimension.
Silence! These will be our judges. Silius Kylar, Oakenbark the Tree, a guy who looks exactly like you but is really into ska and lives somewhere in the UK.
Oi! Ireland's not part of the United Kingdom, you bastard!
Yes, but the English invented ska, so isn't your character entirely contradictory?
Oh, piss off.
Moving on. And finally...
When do we beat Mexico at the border? They're laughing at us, at our stupidity.
What? Donald Trump is in on this? No, that is Paul. Paul.
Yes, Paul is a sentient amalgamation of various Donald Trump images and quotes. We would never let the real Donald Trump into our council.
You know what that orange bastard told me? He told me that ska was just a watered-down version of reggae. Don't he know that ska came before reggae?
Lime Pasta, we find you guilty of neglecting your show.
Yes, not uploading your show without any good reason is punishable by 10 years in interdimensional space jail or 14,551 Reddit karma.
Wait a minute. Reddit karma means something in this dimension?
Yes, it is the currency of the interdimensional plane.
Damn it! Knew I should have reposted more.
You know, I started off in Brooklyn. My father gave me a small loan of $1 million.
What the hell does that have to do with any of this? What that translates to is that action is highly illegal.
Oi, can we pick it up a bit?
I agree. He's guilty. I agree. Lime Pasta, do you have anything to say for yourself?
Well, as a matter of fact, I do. It's that things have changed, man. A whole lot.
Content creation on the internet has gone from a difficult, but possible and quite lucrative career to an impossible career in a matter of a year. With the way YouTube is changing their image and how companies are creating a huge problem with brand association, it's become impossible to try to make money off of this sort of thing. And while I really appreciate VidMe doing something to change that by adding donations, there's no way that I could make a livelihood on donations alone. So I'm gonna stop trying to make a career out of this. I'm just gonna do these videos because I want to. If there's a following for that, wonderful. But I'm gonna go back to college and get my degree.
What?
You have proven yourself, Lime Pasta. We appreciate your honesty. What you have just stated proves to us that you won't ever phone in the Lime Pasta show. So we release you back to your world. So long as you continue making the Lime Pasta show.
Alright, I will, but I won't make any promises on a schedule.
That is fine, so long as you are making content for your fans.
Bing, bing, bong, bong, bing, bing, bing. You know what that is, right?
Do you think he realized that we have no idea what Paul's saying? God, I hope he didn't.
People love me.
Yeah, all of my fans. All 10 of them. Unless... I guess people do care.